Hello, extraordinaries, and welcome to another episode of the High Performance Consciousness Podcast. My name is Matthew Paddy, and again, I will be your host for today's very, very, very exciting episode. And I mean that because what I'm about to cover has the potential to change your reality very, very quickly. So make sure that you are paying attention and that you are giving your undivided energy to what I'm going to share with you. Today's episode is all around changing states of being. So if you've listened to any or all, inverted commas, go back and listen to each and every one of them as I string together a beautiful set of pearls for you to shift the way that you observe your reality and the way that you engage conscious creating so that you can experience the desired results you have always been looking for faster than ever before, and without all the hustle and grind associated with the normal mode of success. So let's dive in. Let's go deep. Right now, let's think about changing states. So what is a state? A state is a state of being. How you think, how you act, and how you feel is your state of being. And when you can bring about and experience about the cohesion of an aligned thought, action, and feeling, then you have incredible power. You are wielding very focused attention and energy to bring about your desires at speed. So I'm going to give you many examples as to how my clients have been able to do this for themselves using the principles that I am sharing with you in these podcasts. As I said previously, these become individual pearls to your whole chain of pearls, your experiences, so that they are pearls of wisdom, pearls of changing your reality. That's what we're here to do. So without further ado, let's take a little bit of a step back in time. You were given a name, whatever your name is, and that name holds a state of being. So all the experiences that you've had up to this point in your life are held and framed within the energy of your name. So when you hear your name on a roll call, or you did at school, whatever it may be, you'll have a thought about yourself. When you are in business or you're going to take action, you have an idea, you're in a relationship, your name is a state of being. So the state of being can easily be transferred into your personality. And as we know from previous experiences, or previous episodes rather, that your personality equals your personal reality. So the personality is made up of how you think, how you act, and how you feel as your identity. So identity can be linked to your state of being. What do you identify as yourself? Who do you identify as yourself? Where do you identify as yourself? Sounds a bit odd, right? So where? Am I in the past, reflecting back on the past and wanting to overcome mistakes or perceive failures? Or am I in the future wanting to engage a new reality and bring it forth into this now moment? All of these perceptions of self are based within our state of being. So some months ago, when I was in Toronto and also in Indianapolis and in Denver, Colorado, I held a one-day event called Wired for Success, and I'll be relaunching that again online very, very soon. So during the Wired for Success one-day intensive, I walked participants through a framework to move their awareness, move themselves consciously into new states of being, understanding that they are the operant power, meaning they are not living as life happens to them, nor are they living that life happens for them. They are beginning to live and enroll themselves more deeply into the premise and the law that life happens by them. So life happens by you. And at the top of that pyramid, the top of that scale is life happens through you. And there'll be evidence of that in upcoming episodes when I dive deeper into those 4 particular phases or realms of consciousness. But for right now, let me give you some very specific examples as to when you apply these principles in whole, not in part, in whole, then you will see dramatic shifts in your results, dramatic transformations in the way that you engage your world and how you understand and embody this life happens by you law. So let me give some very quick examples here. Some of these are one-on-one clients, my private mentoring clients, and some are just a few of the graduates of the Wired for Success intensive. From the top of my page here, I can see that there's Kathleen. So Kathleen reported back to me after engaging my 28-day cycle. There's a framework that I give my private clients to engage 28 days of rinse and repeat frameworks so that you can bring clarity and definition to your preferred reality, and you can begin with practice applying the new future and appreciating and embodying the new future in the now moment. So within the first 28 days, $15,780.36. 5 figures. Within 72 hours, Rob landed a new 7 or 9K. I can't remember which one it was, but let's go for the lesser to be safe. A 7K client within 72 hours of applying these principles and moving from life happening to me and life happening for me to life happening by me. Shri, within a few months, had gathered $10,000+ in savings, the most she's ever had. Corey, within a few months, had more than doubled her income and reduced her working time by 5/6 of the week. So working in excess of 60 or 70 hours, now working between 10 to 15 hours and doubling her income. We've got Leilani, reported back with $11,769. As she reported, it was $400 short of her intention and her practice, but she's nonetheless happy with that. Again, 5 figures, all within 28 days. And you've got Beck trebling her income on a monthly basis and enjoying the growth and exponential movement of her company in servicing more people. And then, of course, Sam. That's an incredible case study here. $10,000+ in his first launch of his program, plus a new $23,000 private client. All because practice makes permanent. So these are not oddball examples. They are examples of what is entirely possible and what you are capable of experiencing and achieving for yourself when you apply the principles that I'm sharing with you. And I wanted to make this episode specific to results so that you can have proof that it can work for you, because if it works for others, it must work for you because they're all following the same methodology, the same framework, the same formula that I teach. So, states of being, changing states. As I mentioned previously, your name, unconsciously, you have a state of being associated with your name. You have a state of being associated with your business results, a state of being associated with your relationships, with your finances, with your health, with your career, whatever it may be. The key to changing states is to get clear on your outcome. And you will hear me say this 1,000 times to the power of 10, infinite, whatever it is. You'll hear me say over and over, get clear on your end. What do you believe in this now moment is possible for you? What do you believe is possible by way of results in your business, in your personal life. Now go beyond that. Stretch beyond the known circle of your paradigm. Stretch beyond the known reality of what you can find proof for in the past and what you can find evidence of in your current reality. Stretch beyond that. Go to point B and now go to point C. Go beyond the fulfillment of your immediate desires. Go beyond the fulfillment of what you think, act, and feel as being your desired future. Go beyond it. Expand your consciousness. Expand your possibilities. Because all things are possible. Because all things exist simultaneously in a waveform in the field, in the quantum field. So by you saying that, well, these results and better or similar are good for others and they work for other people, but they won't work for me. That is a belief, and you have evidence of that in your past and potentially in your current reality. That where have I applied my focus, my attention, my awareness, and my activity and received a result? And I can tell you, and it's not just me, it'll be many mentors and coaches, consultants, and successful people around the planet, that less than 3% of people really experience their ultimate desires fulfilled. Less than 3% of business owners make it to the echelon or the financial octave or level that they desire. Why? Because they give up. Because they do not believe what is possible. They do not believe that what is possible for them is beyond their current paradigm of thinking, current paradigm of acting, and their current paradigm of feeling. So they stay stuck, frozen in time, in an old state of being. I hope you're getting this. The state of being is the causative expression of your reality. How you think, act, and feel is an electromagnetic signature that broadcasts information to the field. What you broadcast to the field consciously and unconsciously is mirrored back to you in kind, because you are the operant power, because you are the causative agent in an outside world of effects. Is this making sense? Is this sinking in? So you can add 4, 5, 6 figures to your business on a monthly or a yearly basis with ease and flow and grace and gratitude, beyond the normal model of success that is taught to hustle, grind, effort, try. And this will come up against maybe a little bit of resistance by some who are pushing that in the field. Maybe even you that have seen and experienced evidence of hustling, grinding, efforting, and trying working for you. And if that works for you and you're getting the results that you want, keep going. I'm not going to ask you to change. But the key here is, if you want to increase greater ease, you want to experience greater ease, greater flow, greater potential, then I encourage you to wear these new garments of wisdom. Wear these new garments of wisdom and make them your own. Because there are no limits to your imagination. There are no limits to your potential. There are no limits to what is possible. And if all ideas, all things exist in waveform in the quantum field, then all things exist simultaneously now, meaning that you do not have to wait to receive information, impulses, intuition, ideas, inspiration that you can act upon right now. You do not have to wait. Time waits for no man or woman, as is said. But time is the fourth dimension. The third dimension is the world of objects and things, Platonic solids. Fourth dimension is time. Time gives us a relative experience. It allows us to experience the world of matter, the world of the mundane, of objects and things, in a linear form. And yet, all things exist simultaneously right now. So when you have an idea of the self as your state of being, and therefore through that state of being, how you think, act, and feel, you are broadcasting a signature of what is possible for you. When you occupy that same state of being and are reflected back the effects of that state of being, i.e., you get the same results, then there is merit in you changing as long as you're aware of what's going on. So that's why I'm doing these podcasts, to help you shift the dynamic, help you to raise your vibration, help you to see the world of matter and objects and things as energy, because energy is just formed, deformed, and reformed over and over and over again. Nothing is solid. Everything that appears solid is actually energy vibrating at different rates in order to appear solid in the world of matter. Wow, we're going a little bit deep on purpose. So of all the people that I mentioned previously, who I am incredibly proud of, and many, many more like them, they decided to change their state. They decided, and upon that decision, made a conscious decision and followed through with a new plan for themselves, aligned with a clearly stated outcome. So they lived in the end, and their state of being vibrated in accordance with their end. They were essentially enrolling themselves in a new future in the now moment. They enrolled their body, the chemical signature of their body, the neurological impulses of their brain, and the hardwiring of their old self to a new future. You must be prepared to let go of the past, of what you see outside of you, the facts, the artifacts. You must be prepared to let go of those and bring forth the new state of being by operating it, instructing it in the now moment. So all of these results are directly influenced by the state of being. Did they take action? Yes. Did they follow up on insights and instincts and nudges? Yes. Did the divine breadcrumbs lay new examples of what is possible that they picked up in their awareness as something new and something encouraging? Yes. Did they find it difficult at times? Yes. Did they come across what would seem like obstacles that were in the way and quickly observed and changed their perspective to obstacles being on the way? Big differential right there. So a state of being is how you think, act, and feel. You can change states, and when you change states, you change your frequency. And as you change your frequency, you are emitting a different signature to the quantum field. And with that different signature comes different results. So will you maintain and build and apply yourself to embodying a new state? It takes practice. Practice makes permanent. Practice makes permanent. Practice makes permanent. Keep saying that to yourself, because I have seen many people use some of my methodologies, some of my formulas, and have received little wins because that's what they believe is possible, because they drew a very tight circle of potential around their stick figure on a page, as an example. They did not allow themselves or stretch themselves beyond their initial comfort zone, and they took action in accordance with their belief of what is possible based on past experiences. You must stretch your sphere of potential. You must go beyond what the old self governs and determines as possible and therefore as real for you. You must, in order to experience a new reality. Because when you change your state of being and you change your state of energy, the currency through which you operate in physical form, you change your reality. I've seen it too many times to discount in my life and in all of my clients' lives. Give yourself every opportunity by committing to something that is for you. Commit to you. No one else is going to give you the permission. No one outside of you, in your friends, family, or full circle, the 3 Fs, are going to give you permission. It's all you. It's all you, baby. That's the deal. Plumb the depths of your potential and understand that all things exist simultaneously in the field. Where are you directing your energy? What are you focusing on? And can you maintain your focus and your energy and awareness on a single outcome? Can you focus on it? Can you? Because if you can, and you can apply the principles that I'm sharing with you here, then you will win. You will change your reality. And it may come in small pieces to a beautiful pie that will grow as you grow. It may come in a large chunk, and you might say, well, that's me, I'm done, that's proof of concept, I'll go into something else. But make no mistake, this works for all areas of your life. And the clients that have been with me the longest know that I will always return them to the basic principles, to rinse and repeat these frameworks, these formulas, because that is what helps them grow. That's what takes them to that next level of potential. That is what determines what hardens into fact. That is what keeps their energy expanding and moving into the ever-growing, evolving consciousness of their ultimate state of being. So I'll leave you with that. Lots to think about. I hope it's drummed home to you that changing your state does change your reality. And that, do you need funnels? Do you need a lead magnet? Do you need a marketing campaign? Do you need the glossiest, most beautiful website? Do you need all of these things that are necessary at some point? But they're a choice. Do you need them, though, in order to achieve and attain and fulfill your desires? No, you do not need to. Start at home. Start inside. Start with the inner game. I'll leave you with that to think about. So from me here to wherever you are in the world, dream a better dream. Remember, it's all you, baby. See you in the field.